Hi YouTube, well I've just received something really exciting. Now this is a parcel that I only bought last week from the UK, and the great seller that did it, I bought the two items separately and refunded the money because I was going to send them a separate packet. So that was really nice of that particular eBay seller. But what's inside, as you can see, I opened the top but I haven't opened the rest. I thought I'd leave that for you guys to enjoy if I can actually get it out. Nope, apparently that's not going to work for us. Here we go. Oh, very well packed. Even an invoice or something. Awesome. So as you can see, here are two mini character building sets. Now these here are the Dalek skimmer set and the Cybermen speeder set, both of which were, for some odd reason, not available in Australia. I checked in with my ABC shop and I checked on the character building online and they never really offered it in Australia, even though it was out all last year. And these two are the only releases, as far as I know, of new sets from last year, because the TARDIS set wasn't released and neither was the big Cyberman face, as far as I can tell. So, these are two brand new sets. This one's got 114 pieces, this one's got 90 pieces, and they were both around the same price, but I'll have to double check how much I actually paid for them. But let's get right into it, shall we? On this next part of the Doctor Who character building review. Well, here are both the finished speeders next to each other. Now straight away we can see there's different designs that have been taken, and they kind of look like they're different sizes. Now I know that this one has 90 pieces and this one has over 110 pieces. So this one's got more pieces, but they both did cost the same amount, and that was £8.95 because I bought it over eBay. So they actually cost the same amount, but I think first we'll look at the Dalek one, because it's the first one I actually built. So the Dalek one's quite interesting. It's got this like forward lean to it, and that's because we've got these little slopey pieces used on the bottom here. So it does have an interesting lean when it's sitting on the ground, which I think is perfectly fine. Now we've got these missile pieces here, which you can see attached via two studs, And so we have 4 of those that can come off as play features of this set, apparently. We've got these 2 main cannons here. We've got 2 of these things. I don't know what they're supposed to be. They look like cannons to me, but they're facing sideways, so I'm not really sure. And then you've got, like, you know, 4 kind of engines on the back. But overall, it's quite a basic, bare bones kind of set. I wouldn't say that it's, you know, well detailed or anything. I think it's got enough there so that if you use your imagination, you can see what it's supposed to be. And unlike some of the other sets, like the spaceship and stuff, I feel like this has really been made up from Character Building's inventory. I'm not sure if it's appeared in one of the games or the books or something, maybe, but I certainly haven't seen anything like this before. And I think that it's an interesting design, certainly, but it doesn't quite work for me with the Dalek theme, despite the big round thing on the front. I also think the position of the Daleks is odd. Having one here and having one here. I know in the original one, there was something about it was going to have 2 on the back there, and I think that would have made more sense, because that was when it came with the Black Dalek Sec, which would have been really exciting, but no, that's been pulled over to next series. And so I think the choice of Dalek works well with the gold. I think the actual way it's been built is quite good. Like, surprisingly, for all the bits it has, it's very sturdy and strong, and there's a lot of upside-down building and stuff like that, so in that regard, it's quite good. And as I said, I think it's a very good play set for playing, but I don't know whether I'd say it's a very good Dalek set overall. So I wouldn't say that I don't like this one. I just say that it's not. I'm not a massive fan of it. I think they could have done it a little bit more Dalek-y and a little less kind of, well, just all over the place. Now, Cyberman Spade is a different story, which is funny, because when I saw the boxes, I thought, oh, I think I like that Dalek one better than the Cyberman one, but I'll get the Cyberman one just in case. And in fact, I really like the Cyberman one. I think it's much better than the Dalek one. I think it really reflects that Cyberman theme, like the grey, and you've got a little bit of that cool blue that they introduced in the conversion chamber. You've got the grey, you've got that very, like, kind of angular design, and I think they really pulled off that angular, kind of sharp, unforgiving edge, and the colours look really nice, and it looks like something the Cybermen would actually drive. Now, again, I don't know if this has appeared in some spin-off media, but I haven't seen it before in anything official. But it's very nice. Now, this one's a little bit different. It's got, if you look at it from the back, you've got this little tail kind of thing up the top here, like this. We've got 2 engines here, and then we've got the 2 missiles on the wings, which are actually on foldable skids. Here, I'll show you. They go like this. So apparently, when it's flying, according to the you know, character building box, which actually were quite accurate for these ones. I couldn't really see anything that looked different on the box than it did in real life. Here we go. So the wings are apparently meant to be up when it's flying, but I think they look much cooler down, like, you know, some of the Star Wars kind of spaceships. Like, it's more like a hovercraft, this one, I feel, than the actual speeder. So I think them down looks really nice. Meow, meow, meow. I think that the way the Cybermen are positioned makes sense. Not only have they got control levers, but they're also towards the front of the craft, standing, makes more sense to me. And the weaponry also makes more sense. Like rocket launchers and these 2 big gun pieces look quite good on the front of the Cyberman ship, whereas they look kind of out of place on the Dalek ones, which I feel like they should have had ray guns or something. So this one here is definitely very, very nice, and has a very nice kind of, as you can see, it's a little bit more fiddly than the other one with just those guns. Everything else is pretty well attached. I'd say overall I think this one's actually a better buy, and even though it's got less pieces, it's more rewarding as a set and fits better with the theme. It's also good because we haven't had anything apart from the Cyberman conversion chamber, so we haven't had any offensive Cyberman stuff, whereas we have had the really good spaceship, which I talked about in my other review, which was, although it was flimsy, was a very good set. And I think this has been nice to give the Cybermen some little bit more push, considering the fact that they are probably the second most recognisable villains in Doctor Who history. So overall, I think these speeders are quite good for what they are. I'm disappointed that they weren't released in Australia individually. I think that was a real, I don't know what that was, brain explosion or brain fart, as you might call it, by character building for them never to come out in Australia. And I think last year character building really dropped the ball for the 50th anniversary. So, you know, the TARDIS set didn't come out, and the big Cyberman face didn't come out, and the new character packs they talked about, I didn't see them anywhere, not just in Australia, but in the UK or on eBay either. And so I really think that, you know, for the 50th anniversary, character building should have stepped up their game and released more than just the 50th anniversary sets and figures, which are going to eventually come in a review, and these 2 speeders. Because although these speeders are good, they're not quite what I had saw 50th anniversary sets, and especially the Dalek one, don't feel quite right to me, but are still a lot of fun and will still be appearing in upcoming Mark on Who videos. So that's what I think, of course, but I mean, what do you think? Do you let me know what your comments, opinions are, subscribe, rate, all that kind of stuff. And thanks for watching. And as always, that's all I've got time for from TrainzXtreme. Stories of Earth is coming in March 2014. War is coming. The end is near.